Namaste dear students, welcome to our computer science class. Today we are going to move on to the next part of Python programming. Literals or values. Literals are often called constant values. Python permits the following types of literals. They are string literals, numeric literals, boolean literals and special literal. String literals you can see it's a collection of characters. In this example, Pankaj, it's a collection of characters, right? That is called string literals. The string literals can be enclosed either in single quote, double quotes or triple quotes. Next is the numeric literals. It can be numbers like integer, float, that means decimal, and complex numbers. Complex numbers you all know, right? Imaginary part and real part. That will be included in the complex number. Next is the boolean literals. Boolean literals includes two values. They are true or false. Next is the special literal that includes only one type, that is none. None is a special literal. After opening Python ideally, just see in this screen a equal to 10. In this a equal to 10, a is the identifier and 10 is the literal, integer literal, right? Numeric literal. 10 is the numeric literal. So 10 is the constant and a is the identifier. B equal to 50. In this b is the identifier and 50 is the constant. And in the next line we are typing a plus b. So it will give a plus b equal to 60. Next is s is equal to we have given in double quotes, right? If we give something in double quotes, it will consider as a string. The strings can be either in single quote, double quote or triple quote. In case of string, when we use s plus s1, it will combine the string and display the result. And also this Python will support Unicode characters. That is why I have given an example regarding Hindi language, and it will combine the string and it will display the result. And one more example here. A equal to 12.4 and b equal to 2.5. A plus b, it provides the combination, that means the sum of 12.4 and 2.5 floating numbers into 14.9, it will display as the output. That is the floating point literal. It will be included in the numeric literals. Okay. Like this we can perform a plus b, a minus b, a into b. Then we are going to print one string that will display based on our requirements. Next is a equal to, in single quotes we are giving true, and in the next statement b is equal to true without single quotes. What's the difference? If we give something, that means a string in single quotes, it will consider as a string. But if we give b is equal to true without single quotes, it will consider as a boolean literal. Okay. Like that, s equal to none in the single quotes, it will take as a string. But if we give d is equal to none, that will consider as a special literal because it is not in the single quote. When we consider it as a special literal, when we try to display d, it will display nothing. That is the meaning of none. So we have learned about the concept of numeric literals, string literals and special literals and boolean literals, right? We are going to learn deeply on string literals. String literals. String literals is a sequence of characters that can be a combination of letters, numbers, special symbols enclosed in quotation marks. It can be single quotes, double quotes or triple quotes. In Python, string is of two types. They are single line string and multi-line string. Single line string means it can be included in single line. But if you want to include a very long string, then we can use multi-line concept. For using multi-line concept, we have to use slash symbol, or we can use triple quotes in order to represent the multi-line string. It will be clear through an example. Let us see that. You can see in this example, s is equal to hello and welcome, and I have given slash symbol. And after that I have entered the next line to Python programming language, and I have closed the double quotes. Okay. This is a string which include multi-line. When we print s, it will print the string in a single line. That is the concept of multi-line string using double quotes and slash symbol. But if you use triple quotes, S is equal to hello, and we have typed the next line in next line, welcome, and we have closed the triple quotes. When we print, it will print like hello and slash and welcome, because when we enter the next line, when we use the triple quotes, it will count the enter, that is the new line character also it will count. That is why slash n is taking in the output. Slash n means new line. Okay. The next literal is numeric literals. Numeric literals can be of three types. They are integer, float and complex numbers. Integer literals means integer numbers. That means signed integers. It includes decimal integer literals, octal integer literals, hexadecimal integer literals. Decimal integer literals includes decimal numbers. Okay. 0 to 9 it will form the digits in the decimal integer literals. Octal integer literals means octal digits. You all know octal digits ranges from 0 to 7, right? So it will include octal numbers, and the notation is for any octal integer literals we have to use 0 O, then the number, that is the notation 0 O, the number. For example 0 O 17, like that. For hexadecimal integer literals 0x, then the number. For example 0x14, 0x2a4, like that. Next is the floating point literals. It includes fractional parts. So it can be of two forms. They are fractional form and exponential form. 2.0, that is the fractional form. Exponent form is 1.7e plus 8, like that. Complex numbers is like that. 3 plus 5i. 3 is the real part and 5 is the imaginary part, right? In this example, you can see A1 equal to 80. That is correct. 1b equal to 90. It's showing error. Why? It's an invalid identifier, right? Because an identifier should not start with numbers, right? B1 equal to 90. A1 plus B1. So A1 plus B1, it will print 170. A is equal to 0 O 34. When we print A, it is printing that octal number in decimal. What is the octal number 34 in decimal? 28, right? Like that, A equal to 003. And when we print A, it will print the decimal of that octal 3. That means 3 will print. B is equal to 0x A. So what is the decimal of A? Yes, 10 will print in the output, right? When we trying to print B, it will print 10, right? That's the concept of literals. Then C is equal to 0x F. What will be the output? Yes, 15 will be the output, right? Yes. Boolean literals can contain only two values. They are true or false, right? Like that we can give A equal to true, B equal to false. Like that we can give. So it will denote the Boolean literals. None means nothing. So no value. So x equal to none means it means nothing. That's a special literal. Next is punctuators. What do you mean by punctuators? It may be defined as symbols that are used in programming languages to organize sentence structures and indicate the rhythm and emphasis of expressions, statements and program structure. That means these punctuators are basically separators which are used in a program. Some of the punctuators includes single quotes, double quotes, hash, slash, open parenthesis and close parenthesis, square brackets, curly braces, @ comma, semicolon, colon. These are some of the punctuators commonly used. In Python also we are using different punctuators for different purposes. You can see in this example, we have print on string, it's the time to disco. So in this we are using two single quotes, and finally we are closing the string using also a single quote, but it got confused. The interpreter will get confused where is the end of the particular string, so it will raise an error. So in order to avoid that, we can use the string within the double quotes, and inside that we can use the single quotes, so it will not get confused where the start and end. That is one of the application of using punctuators. we can use semicolon as a punctuator or separator in many programming languages. In Python also, normally we are not using to denote the end of the string. Anyway, we can use the semicolon also. There's an option for that. In this example, you can see print hello and print world. When we execute separately without semicolon, we will get the output in 2 lines, right? But think about one case that if you want to print by using semicolon, then also it will provide the same output. But if we write the 2 statements in same line without any separation, then it will show an error. In order to avoid that, we have to separate the statements with semicolon. It will provide the real output. So, I hope you understood thoroughly about the concept of Python programming. Please go through this video carefully. Do the practicals by yourself. Namaste. Have a nice day.